the night my stepfather walked into my room. "Hi, I'm Clara. I'm 30 years old, and what I'm about to share is a real story, one filled with forbidden emotions, betrayal, and a mystery that changed my life forever." This all began 14 years ago when my mother had recently remarried after years of being a single parent. Her new husband, Thomas, was polite and charming, but there was always something distant about him. I never thought much of it at the time, but one night, something happened that left me questioning everything. The beginning of a mystery. It was a quiet winter evening. I had gone to bed early, exhausted from a long day at school. The house was silent except for the occasional creak of the old wooden floors. I was deep in sleep when I suddenly woke up. At first, I couldn't understand why. Then I heard the faint creak of footsteps outside my door. My heart skipped a beat. Who could it be? At this hour? Seconds later, the door slowly opened through the dim light. I saw Thomas standing in the doorway. I stayed still, pretending to be asleep, my mind racing with questions. Why was he in my room in the middle of the night? Thomas stood there for a moment, then walked toward my desk. On it was a small jewelry box, a keepsake for my late father. To my disbelief, he picked it up and slipped it into his pocket. He left his cue quietly, as he had entered a suspicious explanation. The next morning, I decided to confront him. "Thomas," I said, trying to keep my voice steady, "I think my jewelry box is missing. Did you take it?" He didn't flinch. I noticed it looked a little old. "I wanted to clean it for you," he said smoothly, his calm demeanor almost convincing. But something about his explanation didn't feel right. Why would he sneak into my room at night for something like that? I decided to dig deeper. Secrets unveiled that evening when Thomas went out for a walk. I sneaked into his study. The room was small and tidy, with a locked drawer that immediately caught my attention. I found a spare key in the desk and opened it. Inside, I found my jewelry box. But that wasn't all. Beneath it was a stack of photographs and a faded letter. The photo showed a younger Thomas with a woman who wasn't my mother. The letter was a love note addressed to her. My blood ran cold as I realized what I had uncovered, a forbidden truth. I confronted Thomas again, this time with the evidence in hand. "Who is she?" I asked, holding up the photos. He hesitated for a long moment before speaking. "She was someone I loved long before I met your mother," he admitted, but it ended. I kept those as a reminder of a life I left behind. His words didn't sit well with me. Why had he taken my jewelry box? And why was he clinging to a past that had no place in our lives? A family torn apart when I told my mother what I had discovered. She was devastated. She confronted Thomas, and after a heated argument, the truth finally came out. Thomas had been seeing this woman just months before marrying my mother, and he had never truly let go of her. That night marked the beginning of the end for our family. My mother filed for divorce shortly after, and I learned the painful but valuable lesson. The trust is fragile and secrets always surface.